Hello everyone, we are back with episode 11, and on this episode I want to continue expanding our residential so we can achieve the next milestone. And I'm showing you guys right here our highway. I removed the pathways that I used to create a cover, and I want you guys' opinion. What you guys think? Should we keep it without the pedestrian paths and just connect some to the other side so they can cross over, or should we keep the pedestrian paths over the highway? Uh, Feel free to suggest in the comments. And I also want to show you guys the oil industry. I detail it a little bit outside of the cameras. I added some trees, some paths on the roads that go under the bridges, some boulders, and I also added some parking lots behind the refineries, and I also added some props from the farm living DLC, some storage tanks over there, and some props from the regular parks, just so you can detail it a little more. So we are back to our city, and I'm going to be expanding our residential so we can achieve the next milestone. And I need to check our districts just to make sure I'm using the styles I want over there, because as I'm mixing the districts and dragging them across one another, they kind of look messy, but it's nice because we can have a lot of mixed styles. And I'm just adding some pads around here so things don't look too empty. And checking the status of our city, it does look like we need to activate another power plant, and I'm using the geothermal ones I have tucked behind our industry. Our water and sewage seems to be fine for now. Fire safety could be improved, but I'm not going to add more fire departments right now. Our health seems to be doing fine, but I plan to add a general hospital on this lot we have over here right at the entrance of our city. Our education seems fine, but our university already reached the capacity, So we're going to be working that later on. I don't think it will be on this episode. Alright, and we reach capital city at 24,000 population. We have another tile as well as some other attractions, different pets and service buildings available for us. And since we have another tile available, I'm purchasing the one we are missing to continue our highway and city services area. And since we have that area unlocked, I'm just gonna clean it up, the abandoned highway and train track. And we're gonna keep adding residential over here. I decided to add the general hospital over here, and we are going to add it and detail it around it. I'm mixing some props from the Pedestrian Promenades DLC and the Parks DLC. And while we were working on the hospital there, I noticed that this intersection is getting very busy. As we expand the city, this is going to be a problem, so I want to make a intersection for these arterials. I'm going to be making a roundabout with some proprietary right turns. And we need to connect the park here back to our avenue. I'm also going to add some paths around it so we can have a more finished look on this intersection over here. And I wanted to use the highway lanes, and as I went to test it over here, I noticed they were using the right turns to do the turnaround instead of going into the roundabout in the middle. So I decided to switch them for regular roads. I'm also going to be adding a office over here just to complete the look a little bit more. Okay, now everything seems to be working, so let's get back to detailing this area a little bit. I want to use a lot of green in foliages and some ground level grass so we can have a nice look over here. And I also want to add some paths here in a roundabout and add some colorful trees in the middle so you can have a little more attention and color here in this area. I'm also adding again some props from the pedestrian promenades DLC. And right here, I want to add back our parking lot and add some offices. And I decided to add offices from the IT cluster over here, so I'm playing whack-a-mole to find a nice building, and we got one very nice over there. And our garbage processing plant also reached its limit, so we're going to be adding another one alongside it. And I think this office building is too tall right here in front of our hospital. It's taking the view a little bit. So I'm going to be adding smaller ones so they be a little shorter. And I'm also going to add back the little hotel parks here in the park of our school complex. And since this was the initial entrance of our city before we added other intersections and access to our city, I am going to be adding the city gate over here and a little stop for the tourists. And as I'm working, I noticed that I haven't fixed the tunnels yet, so I'm going to be doing that. And I want to add a parking lot over here. I'm using the one from the railroads of Japan, and I'm also going to add some commercial buildings. I also want to add a little park over here. And I actually want to delete this sport venue over here and add some residential towers in its place. I'm going to be doing a residential complex with some self-sufficient high rises. I'm also going to add some commercial over here. And we need to add some more parks as well. And right now we are just going to be finishing detailing this area a little bit and adding some props to make it look even nicer. And I'm also detailing this area along our main avenue as I've been neglecting it a little bit. And that is all for this episode, guys. If you enjoy it, like, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. See you guys next time. Bye.